welcome to the Huawei Watch GT launch of the active and elegant editions in Australia. Thank you. On behalf of Huawei, I would like to thank you all for coming, and I'm going to start by giving you a quick rundown of this afternoon. Appetizers will be served imminently, and then we will be welcoming to the stage Larkin Huang, Managing Director of Huawei Consumer in Australia, followed by a Q&A with the one and only Sally Pearson, who we have in the room here with us today. Lunch will then be served, and Chiswick never disappoints, so if you haven't been here before, you're going to enjoy. Then we're going to finish off the afternoon with a very special giveaway. We do have a brand new P30 Pro to give away. For those of you who don't know what that is Huawei's latest and greatest mobile phone. So a big warm welcome to the stage, Larkin Huang.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for joining me in this very special launch for our watches. So I think maybe some of you has met me in the other launches of smartphones. I think this is the first time for Huawei as a consumer electronic brand to officially launch a watch in Australia. So why we are doing that? As you might know or you might not know, in the first half of this year, Huawei is the fastest growth consumer electronic brand in this market, from around 2% market share to 8% on smartphone. And the other figure you might not know is that our smartwatch is also very popular here and globally. So I would like to share some information with you. In the last few months, when we launched this GT Watch series, we already achieved 2 million units shipment globally. So I believe, Australian people also is very lifestyle, quality life, and everyone love their own sports. So this watch is a perfect match of Australian consumer. They can help you to monitor your fitness, they can help you to monitor your sleep, and they are a perfect bundle with your great smartphone, especially Huawei ones. So today I'm not going to say much, and then it's a little video to introduce the watch. Personally, I love the watch because of two reasons. One is this watch can support 2 weeks use. I don't need to charge. Even I go out for a week, travel to Melbourne for 2 days, that's small case, so I can handle. Secondly, is this one can monitor my sleep. So this is very important, there's too many interesting things on your phone. So you don't even want to sleep at night. But after in the next morning, when you look at the record, oh, it's so bad, then you will sleep early. So this is the two most popular functionality. Maybe myself is loving it. So maybe a lot of you also see a lot of news about Huawei. So there's a lot of challenge out there for Huawei, but we are very confident and we are committed to the Australian consumer. So we are here to stay. We are here to bring the latest technology and innovation from Huawei to every Australian consumer. That's our commitment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And can you believe that it is going to last a week without charging? I'm very excited about that. Now, if we can welcome Sally Pearson to the stage. She's one of Australia's greatest Olympians and the 4th fastest 100-metre hurdler in history. Round of applause for Sally.
Hello.
How are you, Sally?
Very well, thanks. Just quickly before we start, I do have my Olympic medal here that I wanted to pass around for everybody as well. So, yeah. My manager's over there. He's got 4 guys, so he'll be watching closely.
All right, Sally. Now we're going to start off talking a little bit about your life. So you're a very busy girl.
Yes.
Can we tell the audience a little bit about Sally Pearson in training and Sally Pearson's home life?
Wow. They're both very, very different. I'm from the Gold Coast, so it is a fantastic lifestyle up there. But I'm constantly moving around all day, every day, training, sleeping, eating, and doing all the things that I can possibly do to be the best athlete I can for Tokyo. Obviously, next year. It's 1 year to go. Yesterday, so not a lot of time to I guess mess around and have a life, I suppose, outside of my sport at the moment. But yeah, it's going really well.
But I do hear you're a bit of a foodie.
Unfortunately, that is my downside. So obviously always having to watch my diet and making sure that I'm having the right calories and doing all the right things and eating all the right food. And it is a struggle because I do like to indulge sometimes in chocolate.
Yes, yeah. We all
I'm
do.
sure there's going to be some fantastic food here today as well, so I do have to watch that.
Yeah, and do you use your Watch GT to count calories or?
Well, I just had my watch the last day and a half, and as we were listening before to some of the stories about when you wake up and you're constantly challenging yourself to see, I guess, even your steps. Like for me, I'm always constantly thinking, how many steps have I got to do?
It's become a bit of a competition between friends and family.
I mean, it's perfect for me because I'm one of the most competitive persons in the world. People in the
I think
world.
we know that.
So for me, I'm constantly looking at that, and the one thing that I'm really excited by, because I do struggle with this quite a bit, is my sleep. I do, especially this week for some reason, I haven't been sleeping that well. So when I got this watch and I was informed about the sleep tracker, it was quite interesting to see how much actual sleep I'm getting at night, and I was quite disturbed by the lack of sleep that I'm getting. So then there's no way for me to be able to track that any other way than having a device. So for me that was really, really important, because recovery for me as you get older as an athlete, that is more important than anything else.
Absolutely. So when you are training for an event, and we know you have a very big one coming up in a year's time, how important is it for you to track your health and fitness with a device like this?
It's really, really important, because for me, I'm my own coach as well, so I have all of the responsibility. I have to be the athlete, and then I also have to tell my coach, who is also me, about how I'm feeling and if I'm doing the right thing. And so I have to be honest to myself, and obviously I know if I'm lying or not. And so it's really important for me to be able to track that, and when you have a device that you can do all of that, I can put all my training programs in there. I can track my calories, I suppose, as well. And without having that, then I feel like I'm not being as honest to myself and to my coach.
Yeah.
My other hat, when I take it off, I put my coach's hat on, yeah.
So you said that you do have to take responsibility for a lot of it yourself, and you have 2 coaches, or how many coaches does Olympian have?
Me, being myself and I. So, yeah, I did have coaches obviously in the past, but I have taken responsibility over the last few years to look after myself. So as I said, all the responsibility lies with me for everything that I do, and to track everything and keep record of everything is really, really important. And it's really important for all of my health staff, so obviously physio and massage and everything, to look after my body for me as well. So to be able to show them what I've been doing right here on my device is vital for them to be able to then know what they have to do for my body.
Amazing, incredible discipline. Now you are one of Australia's greatest Olympians, and you have won a massive 8 gold medals throughout your career. Which one has meant the most to you?
They're all different. Obviously, when I went to London Olympics, I was the favourite to win. That was really tough for me because I'd never gone to an Olympic Games as the favourite, as the hunted. I loved the feeling, I thrived on that, and I remember walking into the stadium with one of the other athletes, and I said, I've got a really big job to do here, don't I? And she goes, yeah, you do. So there was a lot of pressure on me, but I was able to deliver, and I thrived under that pressure, and I delivered for me what was one of the biggest highlight of my career. But then I obviously went through a lot of injuries after that, and then got to the World Championships in 2017, not even winning a race beforehand, but coming out the victor. And that's when I started coaching myself a year before that. So to be able to then take on the role of a coach as well as being an elite athlete, going into a World Championships, looking after myself and crossing that finish line first was one of the most proudest moments of my career.
Wow, that leads perfectly into my next question, because you have had so many wins. How do you deal with the pressure and the expectations that come with competing each time?
I think you have to really enjoy what you do. I am very passionate about health and fitness and being an elite athlete and being competitive around the world and racing the best athletes in the world as well. And it's like anything. I mean, you guys here who work with Huawei or in your own individual jobs, you want to be the best version of yourself, and you want to take your company or your business to the highest heights, and that's what I do as an elite athlete. And so for me, it's all about that. If I can push myself to the limits every single time I step out there, then I feel like I've done my job as an athlete.
Amazing. Now you've got your smartwatch on here. Go run a little look at it. Can you tell us what your favourite feature is?
Well, I think, as I said, was listening before, being competitive and wanting to make sure that everything, it's hard to look at it, so I need to look at it as well. So like my resting heart rate, I'm always constantly making sure that that's always as low as it can be, obviously health-wise.
And I looked at mine earlier, it was the same as hers, so I'm doing alright.
Very healthy, very good. And then obviously the steps is really important for me because I constantly have to keep moving. I probably should be standing right now as well because my physio did say to me before I came down to Sydney to make sure that I'm moving more and I'm walking more. So I'm constantly thinking about that every time I go to an event or function. I'd rather stand than sit most of the time as well. But for me, the most vital part is the sleep function because, as I said,
we underestimate it, don't we?
We do, we really do. And sleep is where you get most of your recovery. And for an athlete, I think we need to recover 10 times more than just the general public as well because of the strain we put our muscles under. So for me, I have been struggling with my sleep lately, so to be able to track that is really important. And now I can actually write those times down, like the REM sleep, the deep sleep and the light sleep is really, really important for me.
Yeah, well, I actually was diagnosed with chronic fatigue in my early 20s, and it wasn't until I started tracking my sleep and understanding that, I was having 12 hours sleep, which was too much, but it wasn't deep sleep, which is why I was so tired.
Yeah, that's I think, my problem at the moment as well, yeah.
Now, many of us here probably would think that an athlete doesn't really know too much about technology, but how important is technology for you and your life?
Well, one thing I'm really excited about, I just got one of the phones today, so I'm eager to open it up and get it working. My husband is super psyched that I have it as well because he's been doing a lot of research since we've been joining with Huawei, and the camera on that, the one that you can video the whole, say, my race, but then you can zoom in on certain parts. So I'm looking forward to that because for me, videoing for my technique, because I am my own coach, I do need to video every single one of my sessions to be able to correct techniques. That's how I give myself feedback. So if I'm, at the moment with my knees, going over the hurdle, it's getting very technical, so I have a few problems with my knees sometimes, and then I'm trying to work out what am I doing with my knee over the hurdle. So now I'm going to be able to zoom in on certain parts of my technique, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah.
That's the stuff that we do not know.
That's what I mean.
Goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And what about in terms of the watch? Are you tracking your training and then trying to match that or improve on that each time? How does that work?
Well, most definitely, because as I said, recovery for us is really important. It's actually sometimes more important than our training itself as well. So to be able to know how much I have done in a day, because you can do too much as well for an athlete. Because we work so hard at our training, we have to then obviously make sure that we're covering in between our sessions as well. So this is going to be able to track all of that for me to make sure that I am taking that vital recovery in between, and I'll be able to say, okay, I've done like maybe 30,000 steps a day, which may be a little bit too much.
Amazing. Well, it looks incredible on you. Big thank you to Sally Pearson, everyone. Let's give her a
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
We are going to serve lunch very soon, but please stick around because we have a giveaway coming and you all want to win it. So stick around.